musically.
Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. How's everyone doing today? Get on in here, get on in here. I hope you all are having a fantastic week. This week is a lot better than last week, so I really can't complain. I want to thank you all for joining me on today. I have another dynamic show lined up. We're going to get into some stuff that's going to, I think, nourish you mentally, spiritually, and physically. And that's what we always try to do here at Relationship Soup, right? So before I get into what we're going to be talking about today, you know I got to do my spiel. Y'all absolutely know I have to, right? So make sure that you are liking, following, sharing across all platforms. On YouTube is Relationship Soup, period. On Facebook, it's Relationship Soup Group. Come and join the forum. We get it in the forum, all right? Or Relationship Soup LLC. And of course, we're on Instagram too at Relationship Soup. So you can watch us there as well. Now, today we're going to be talking about health, okay? What it do, Tonality Records? What it do, what it do? Thanks for joining me. So today we're going to be talking about health. And so I have a guest. I'm going to tell you who that is in a moment. And please share your best practices and stuff like that because that's something that we really need to be intentional about our health. What are we eating? What are we watching? Who are we following? What are we taking in? Right. So we're going to get into that today. All right. And so let me tell you about this guest. Y'all have seen this guest before. He was trying to sprinkle you financially with investments and stuff about a couple of weeks ago. So he gonna come back and sprinkle us with some health stuff too. So let's just have this conversation. All right. Are y'all ready for that? All right. But one thing I do want to share really quickly before I get into it, there is an event coming up that I think is going to be a really dope event. And since we're talking about health today, this would be really good because this event is regenerative urban farming. Okay. Now, y'all might remember this couple that I had on probably maybe about a couple months ago, and they are urban farmers. And so I've had the chance to meet with them in person, and they really sprinkled me with some jewels. But now they're going to sprinkle anybody who's interested in some jewels about how to take over your food, how to take control of it, because they are going to be instructing classes. There's like about 7 classes starting on 420. You may remember them, Stebo Ma'at and also Chris Duckett. They are going to be the instructors. And when I tell you they are the gurus and the geniuses when it comes to this farming thing, they are on it. So I'm going to share this information. I actually shared it on my page. So if you are my Facebook friend or you're in the group, I did share it. You want to go to www.maat9, that's maat9.org/events. And you're going to want to schedule a spot at those events. Learn how to plant seeds, learn all of that stuff, right? So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about health. And this is also close to my own heart as well because, my dad actually had the realization in his final days, like the importance of health. Like my father he was not a sickly person. It's just towards the end, he got really sick. So anyway, we're going to be getting into it. So I got Samuel Jackson, the Samuel Jackson, but not the actor. Okay. So let me go ahead and make that announcement. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Mr. Jackson on, and we just going to have a conversation about health. And like I said, please share your best practices, ask any questions. That's just what it's about. We got to sharpen each other. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and add to the stage Mr. Jackson. How are you, Mr. Jackson? How are you?
If I was any better, I would be in heaven.
Oh, that's right.
I'm doing great. Thank God, you allowed us to get up this morning, start us on our way, and guess what? We're right back here today. It's a
That's
blessing.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, thank you for joining me today. As always, I'm always so grateful for um, my guests and the topics and stuff that they want to talk about. Because I think it does plant seeds. And so, with this show, I hope that we are able to encourage people to take better care of themselves and stuff like that. Right. So that's
Absolutely.
the goal of this show.
Definitely.
All right. So let me go ahead and get into it because I got some questions for you. I got some questions
Absolutely.
for you. All right. So let's see here. So um, we all know, like, especially in the Black community, when it comes to health and taking care of ourselves and things like that, it's really important. All communities, taking care of your health is important. So let me ask you this, because you and I, we've actually been able to have conversations about health.
Yeah.
Talk about a lot of
Absolutely.
things. So tell me, why is this important to you? Why is this topic important to
Well, it's very important because we're dealing with different type peoples from all walk of life,
you?
and many of these people have different type of health problems. Okay,
Mhm, mhm,
and sometimes it's not their fault. The situation they are in, but then many times it's our fault
mhm,
because
mhm,
we don't take care of ourselves. Like for example, uh, the men's. I'm gonna start with the men's, okay?
mhm,
Because
mhm,
number one, we have a serious problem with prostate,
mhm.
and men don't realize that the prostate start growing at age of 25. Yes.
Really?
And yes, at age of 25, your prostate start growing slowly. Okay. And as you get up into the 40s and 50s and 60s,
Mhm,
and you haven't done anything, I even went to the doctor, even get a test for prostate or anything, it can cause some serious problems
mhm, mhm,
because we don't take time out to really do anything until what? The last moment. Then we got to go to the doctor, and then what? It's too late.
mhm,
So
mhm,
prostate is a key to study prostate. I mean, you can Google just about anything these days. Google prostate. Men, I'm telling you, I just had a friend of mine, a military buddy of mine, okay, went to the doctor and he had an operation. Now, one of the things that the doctor told him that he could not have no sexuality for 2 years. And this knucklehead that went on after a year, he felt pretty good. He thought he could do something. But when he did that, he almost died. So he had to go back into the surgery and do it all over again because he didn't listen. So it's very, very important, men, that you tell your boys, men, you need to start looking at it. If you never had a prostate test, get it.
mhm,
Please do. Okay. Now, first of all, I want to say to him, this thing I'm going to show you today is this is what I take. This is what I do. I've been doing it for years. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean what worked for me going to work for you. So we don't have no guarantee. We don't promise nothing. Not on this show. But one thing I can say, if you don't try, you don't know what it's going to work or not. Okay. Now, there's many products out there for prostate, and I did my own personal research, and a lot of these products, the best one I've seen so far, okay, is this one right here.
Mhm.
That is the best one that I have seen so far.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you can go order that online, okay? And one of the good things about it is that this works. Now, the reason I take it is called prevent maintenance. You know, like
Mhm.
your car, you buy a new car, you drive for so long, you got to put oil in there sooner or later.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
your body is the same. Your body is made up of so many different parts. I mean, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your blood, your brain. I mean, just so many different parts that you have to take time out and say, okay, now I'm going to prevent maintenance before anything happens. So
Mhm.
don't wait till something happens before you start taking herbs. Look at the herb and start taking herbs to maintain what you have. Because the
Absolutely.
older you get, old saying say the body starts dying out. They're like a car. The longer you drive it, the older it gets. So
And you know,
men, go ahead.
no, no, no. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The men to you, please, please check out the prostate. Okay?
Absolutely. And that's one thing. Look, let me put the disclaimer out there because y'all know I'm about them disclaimers.
Yes,
Everybody listen.
absolutely.
Look, what we say on this show, it's up to you. You want to take heed to it, right? So we're just kind of
That's right.
sharing some best practices that have worked for us. And
Hmm.
then we hope that you would share some of your best practices as well. And the whole point is just to start the conversation about
That's it.
your health. We just start the conversation again. We're not telling you to try this. So if
Mm-mm.
you want to
Nope.
try it, make sure that you're checking with your medical doctor, your medical
There you go.
physician, or whatever, or your
Absolutely.
holistic. I have both. I have both a holistic doctor and I also have a medical doctor as well. So anything that's
Absolutely.
talked about today, whether it's from my guest, myself, my listeners, just please make sure that you run that by a medical doctor first. So that's the disclaimer. All right. So don't be saying,
Absolutely.
nah, they
Yeah.
said try that on Relationship Soup. So yeah. So
We
I
don't
like
guarantee you promise nothing.
absolutely. We ain't making no promises now.
No,
Okay.
no. Uh-uh.
Some of it is you do have to actually do your own research. And that's something that I
Absolutely.
can say for
Yes.
myself. Just even dealing with doctors and when I've had relatives and stuff get sick or friends or whatever,
Hmm.
it does pay to kind of do your own research as well because, I
Yes,
mean,
it is.
it enlighten when it comes to your health, because, it's good to know what to do and measures to
Absolutely.
take because I can just personally say myself that there's things that I do now because it's all about quality of life and I always talk about that. Y'all know I be talking about quality of life on my post because it's not whether you live to be 1,000, right? But
That's right.
if you do live to be 1,000, it's about your quality of health. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Like some people be like, "Nah, I'm go ahead and do this now." That's cool, but what about your quality of health? I mean, go
That's
ahead and
right.
eat all them hog maws and stuff now if you want to. I'm not telling you not to, but how is that gonna, work for
Affect you
you
in the long run.
10, 20, yeah, in the long run? And so that's just
Hmm.
really something to think about. So,
Right.
yeah. And that's one thing that my daddy said in his last days when he got sick. He's like, "Man, one thing I learned about this experience," he's called me little girl. Little girl, one thing I learned about this experience is just go see about your health. But my
That's
father was
it.
always very healthy. I'm telling you, when he had muscles, he was in his 70s, he
Hmm.
had muscles, he had, the little, he was in really great shape. But just
Hmm.
inside, he obviously had some things going on that, maybe if he had taken provision, his quality of life could have been a little bit different. So that's all we're talking about here. So let's see. Tonality Records. Yep, I agree. Although uncomfortable, I had my prostate checked years ago. Health is wealth.
Absolutely.
Absolutely it is. And
Yes, it is.
let's not talk about just the prostate. Let's talk about them colonoscopies too. Get those done. I know that their
Yes.
age has been decreased to get your colonoscopy. So
And
get that as well. Get that as well.
what it is the insurance. Okay. I found this out in the military. The insurance not going to pay unless it is 5 to 10 years out.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I even argued with my doctor. I said, you know what can happen in 5 to 10 years to a person? Yeah. I think we, especially you get up in age, you should have a colonoscopy every 2 years.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
right. You should. Absolutely. Okay. Especially you never had one. I was talking to a guy in the gym the other day. He's 39 years old and never had one. You know what I told him? Man, you need to run to your doctor and you need to get an appointment. Because you don't wait too late to have colon cancer. Now,
Mhm.
I'm glad you brought that up because this is what I take. Okay. This is a colon cleaner. And Lord have mercy. You cannot be on your job. You cannot be in church.
She said, don't do it. Because you're going to be running, bruh.
Oh,
You're
I'm
going to be
serious.
running. Literally.
Yeah, this will keep your colon clean if you never had a colonoscopy. You need to start cleaning your colon now. Now you can go on Amazon and you can buy this, okay? Amazon's a lot of this stuff. Like I said, I do a lot of research, and this is the best one that I found that can help me. Like I say, not guarantee it's gonna help you, but I do know one thing: if you don't try, you never know.
That's the
That's
truth.
what I'm saying. So yeah, that colon is a key. Not only your colon, but what about your kidneys? Oh my God. People walking around here think their kidneys okay. Guess what? If you ever had a test for your kidneys, you in a world of trouble,
Listen.
especially you up in age. Okay. Now, again, I'm a health nut. Now, I'm not going to show you everything, okay? But I'm a health nut.
And this he ain't getting paid to do this. So let me go and put
No,
that. This is not no paid
eh,
promotions or
eh,
nothing
eh,
like that. This is
eh,
just sharing information. And again, if
that's
y'all
it.
got best practices, go ahead and type it in the
Right.
chat
So
and share it.
this is, you can buy it on Amazon. This kidney complete. This bad boy is off the chart. Okay. What it does is help rebuild your kidneys. You heard people have gallstone, it
Mm-hmm.
because of their kidneys. This is what I take. Okay. Now I don't take this every day. Okay. And I don't take it on weekend. I just take it Monday through Friday and I mix it up. Okay. So the key to it is to you got your colon, you got your prostate. What
Mm-hmm.
about your liver? How many of you out there are drinkers? I mean, heavy drinkers. Look, you better watch it. Because
Mm-hmm.
that alcohol will eat your liver up. And next thing you know, I got a friend of mine, another military buddy. I had a kidney operation, bypass last week at VA.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you can buy this stuff here at, like I say, at Amazon. Your kidneys, your liver. I mean, all of this stuff is part of your body. So you got to. It's kind of like I'm gonna compare your body with a car.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
car cannot say that the brake can't do without the gas tank. The
Right.
gas tank cannot do without the starter. The starter can't do without the battery. The battery can't do without gas. Okay? All of these play a vital part to make that car run. Well, guess what? When one of those vital parts go bad in your body, guess what? It affect your whole body. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot do anything. And another thing, men and women, cholesterol. How many of you had your cholesterol checked? When the last time you had to check? It's very important to check your cholesterol because guess what? Go to the doctor. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to the doctor, okay, buy this here at Amazon, okay? This is a bad mama jamma, okay? Cholesterol, I mean, it bring it down. It really do. You know why? Because it got that garlic in it. Now you can eat raw garlic. I can't stand that. But if you can do that, that bring your cholesterol down also. So what
You
you
know,
got here? Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that's really interesting that you talk about cholesterol because sometimes, like, I ain't gonna lie to kick it. When I thought about cholesterol, because I actually had high, no, I literally had high cholesterol, and I mentioned it on the last show because, it wasn't so much that I wasn't eating right because I take
Mm-hmm.
really good care of my body. I do
Right.
work out. I do try to balance. Sometimes I'll just do strictly like a alkaline lifestyle, right? I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
say I do that 24/7 because I don't, right? Because I
Right.
still eat chicken
Absolutely.
and fish and things like that. And then, and then sometimes I'll go periods without eating meat. But I just really try to balance. So when I found out that I had high cholesterol, that was well over a year ago. I had went to my medical doctor. I had gotten a whole physical and stuff. And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, when I went, got my results, she was like, "Yeah, you have high cholesterol." And I was like, "I know you lying." Right? I'm like, "I know you lying." Talking about I got high cholesterol. I'm like, You done mixed up. Look, Doc, you done mixed up my text, right? Because I
because
know
you
you
felt
lying.
because you felt good and you
I
didn't feel
felt
like you.
good.
Yeah.
Well, no, no, no. I ain't gonna lie. At the time, I was very stressed. I was stressed.
Okay.
I
So
wasn't just stressed. I was stressed because
okay.
it was some things going on at that time. I had
Right.
some unforgiveness in my heart. I was very resentful. I had some things going on, and
Okay.
so that I think that helped to
Yeah.
kind of
Regulated. Yeah.
make that happen. And so
Hmm.
what I had ended up doing, because she wanted to put me on this medication, and again, y'all, disclaimer, check with your doctors.
That's
But
right.
I didn't want to take no medication at the time. So
Absolutely.
I had a holistic doctor that I went and I talked to. And if you ever
Mhm.
want to get her information, y'all can inbox me. I ain't gonna put it out there like,
Right.
on here. Because you gotta protect your holistic doctor. So
You
anyway,
do.
I had went to her, and she did a whole process, and like within a few months, because your doctor wants you to come back, I think after 3 months or something like
Yeah.
that, but I had
Hmm.
waited a year to go back, and I had all my blood work done. I didn't have I was not anemic no more. I didn't have no cholesterol. I mean, A1 health, but I just totally did herbal treatments. I
That's
didn't do
it.
none of and I'm not telling y'all not to, but I'm
Right.
saying for me, that's the process that I took. So
That is true. And another thing that we don't do. When the last time you had your artery clean? When the last time you had your artery clean?
mhm,
Most people don't think about it. But we have a product here. Well, I have a product. Okay. Like I say, I ain't selling anything, and I don't get paid to do this. Okay.
mhm,
This here is a tool. It's a cream. Okay,
mhm,
where you can actually take this cream and follow the direction after you see your doctor. Okay. Make sure you see your herbal doctor. I suggest everybody should have a personal herbal doctor.
mhm, mhm.
Period. And because we all got a medical doctor, we all got that. Okay. But with this here, this will literally clean your arteries.
So
Yes.
is it so it's topical? You just put it. What do you put, rub it on your heart or something? How you do that?
Now, you rub it between your, on both thighs, your stomach, your neck, and your arm there. Both of them. Yes. Yes. Three
Okay.
times a week, because that stuff is powerful. Yes. So now, when you clean your artery, okay, that means, guess what? You don't have to worry about no leg cramp.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about no blood clot. Okay. That's what causes blood clot when your artery is clogged. Is clogged. Okay. So what you want to do is take notes of this here, and if you have any problem, do something about it. And if you don't, do something before you have a problem.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like I said, I spent over 30 years in the military, okay, in the army, and I learned a lot about my health when I was in the army. Because in the army they want to make space top shape because when they say let's go to war, hey, you got to be ready.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so that is a good one. But wait a minute now, you clean your arteries, but how many of you out there clean your blood?
Mhm.
Oh yes, blood cleaner. This is a bad mama jamma here. Yes, sir. That is a blood cleaner right there. It is the bomb. Clean your blood, clean your arteries, clean your colon, clean your liver, clean your. I mean, just clean everything that you can. Because let me say it here to you, okay? If you don't, these things going to affect your body sooner or later.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
got to take care of your health. So what good of health?
You
You got
know, and if you don't, you do really need to take care of your health, and I think
you do.
learning the basics about how the body works as well. Like when your body is too acidic, that's
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of diseases and ailments
Mm-hmm.
happen because your body is acidic. So it's
Yes,
it's
it is.
really a balancing thing. And one thing I'll say too, because I know that there's been a movement to take like sea moss and elderberry
Yes.
and all
Mm-hmm.
of that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I think that those things are good because I was actually taking those things. But again, that's why I say go to your doctor. Again, I went to my holistic doctor because at the
Mm-hmm.
time I was taking there was a time I was taking some sea moss. And I'm telling you, I'm putting this in my little smoothies. I do like fruit. I don't
Right.
like dairy. I try to stay away from dairy, although I like a
Absolutely.
good, sometimes I
Yeah.
will eat a little bit. But for the most part, most of my health, I don't really mess with dairy that much. But anyway, so I'm taking a sea moss or whatever, and I'm like, okay, it seems like it's working. But then I started kind of experiencing some things, and I remember going to my holistic doctor, and she actually helped me with knowing the amounts that I needed to take, and I
There you
learned
go.
that I didn't need that much. I mean, I'm
Right.
telling you, when I'm putting it in there, I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and,
You.
I'm mixing. But, so that's why I say you really need to make sure that you're going to your doctor to find out
Yes.
exactly what you
Hmm.
need. So, that I just want to put that disclaimer as well. So hold on. We
Absolutely.
got, what's up, cousin Leah? Hello, everyone. Thank you, cuz. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
I
great.
appreciate it. Um, so yeah, so I think that's just really important. Now let me ask you this, Mr. Jackson.
Hmm.
So from your experience, right, do you think that us as African Americans, just from your experience, do you think that we've gotten more aware when it comes to our health? Do you think that we're more proactive or less, just from your experience?
A whole lot less because nobody's talking about it like they talked about Biden and Trump. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
we had that stuff out there in the news like Biden and Trump, okay, people would take notice. But
Mm-hmm.
people are not talking about uh, the health. They're not talking, not even in the church, and not even on the news. Not them, like you say, it's up to us to save ourselves. Like you have a podcast, and we need to bring more people on to share this to your audience because we don't have that media out there that really sharing information to us and African American or color folk, black folk, whatever you want to call us, okay? But the key to it is no, we do not. We do not have enough information to reach people, and especially at a young age, okay? Most of the time when people hear is when they have a problem. And the doctor telling, well, you got stage one cancer, you got stage two cancer. And by the way, did you know that they have a product that the pharmaceutical and the government has blocked
Mm-hmm.
from coming into America to literally cure cancer?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. I mean, it's unbelievable, but it's there because even the Word of God teaches us in the book of uh, Genesis chapter 30. It says the leaf on the trees is for the healing of the land,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a true statement. We need to get back to where our body came from dust.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, the women's body come from the rib.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but men, we came from the dust. So our body is created in a way that, in other words, nobody can do it like God. So we have we have so many parts in our body that we have to really, really take a serious look at. And you notice how many people wearing glasses now?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Mm-hmm.
right. I mean, just like everybody, ain't glasses contact. Okay, you see how many people taking medication today?
Mm-hmm.
We are the number one country in the world that is obesity. We are the number one country in the world that taking more medication than any country out there.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Mm-hmm.
the third world countries, they don't even take the medication we take.
Mhm, mhm,
Right. So we have a serious problem when it comes to getting the information out there to our people so they can understand, what to do, how to do it, and when to do it.
mhm, mhm.
And that's why it's so important to get information out there like this. Now, let me go back to the men right quick. Okay. And especially you men that over 60, 65, 70, 75 years old. Okay. Look, I know you have many of you have those type of problems because many of y'all have bought this what name this pill and it's so expensive that they raise the price up so you can't buy it no more. Okay, to get your I call it to be clean. I call it your middle leg. Okay, so a lot of men have a problem, with the middle leg. Well, I just want to share
Are you
some
talking
with
about
you.
Viagra, the blue
No,
pill?
yeah, that's what they buy. Okay, but you don't have to buy that.
No, you don't have to buy it. You
No,
absolutely don't. No, absolutely
no,
not.
no, you don't have to buy that. This is what I've been using for many years, and this is a bad mama jamma.
So what does
Homeboy.
that say? It that is naturally. Hey, listen, look, Mr. Jackson. You know
Nigga,
I'm all about. So let me ask you that: is the basis of that natural, like, or is it
yes.
a lot of synthetic stuff in there?
Nope. Mm-mm. No,
See,
no.
okay, okay.
I compare that to many other that on the market. Okay. And when I took that, it's like off the hook.
Hmm, hmm.
It would change your life, man. It would change your life. And guess what? It's very inexpensive, but it is a knockout.
Okay,
That is the truth. Okay. It worked for me. I'm not gonna say it's gonna work for you, but I say this here. If you don't try, you don't know whether it's gonna work or not.
that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
That is the truth. Now the other thing that we have problem with, because the older we get, we have a problem with what you call that? Oxygen. We really do. We have a problem with oxygen,
Hmm.
breathing. Okay, our lung. And matter of fact, when the last time you had your lung clean? People don't think about cleaning their lungs. They don't.
That's true. That's very true. You might not even think about,
You don't. They don't.
yeah, like cleaning your blood, cleaning your
Yeah.
lungs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just basic
They-
stuff. Even your
they-
nose.
and
Cleaning
there you go.
cleaning your nose. Like, there's neti pots and different things like that. So what you got for us, Mr. Jackson?
Ooh, yes, Lord.
What's that
One
say?
tap. One.
Circles.
Mm-hmm. CILOQ2.
Okay.
CLIC2. Okay. CIRCO2. CIRCO2. Now, if any of you guys and gals out there want to, you know, I'm gonna give you my email address. You can email me. Okay, that's the Sam SAM 678760 Email me and I'll send you information. Again, that's Sam SAM 678760 and I will send you all this information. I will tell you where to go to, okay, and to get this stuff because some stuff Amazon don't have, okay,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
the majority of Amazon do. But that oxygen, okay,
Yeah,
is
because we
what.
have we have some questions here, Mr.
Hmm.
Jackson. Let's
Yes,
see
ma'am.
here. We have some questions here. Uh, Bishop Larry Grinstead, thank you for watching, Bishop. Very solid information.
Thank you.
And Leah says, so how do you clean them? Is that what you're about to tell us? How do we do that?
How do you clean your lungs?
Yes.
Okay, you go to Amazon,
Hmm,
okay, and you can type in lung cleaner,
hmm.
okay. It looks similar like the this same doctor, okay, herbal doctor, put it out. Get that lung, get that product to clean your lung,
Okay.
okay.
And I'll also put this in. I will also put this information in the chat. I'll also repost it as well. So I'll get this information from you, Mr. Samuel
Okay.
Jackson, and I'll put
Now,
it
the other thing is,
on the post.
the older we get, our bone become what?
Weaker, brittle.
There you go.
Mhm,
Absolutely. Why? Because we do not do anything to strengthen our bone.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. And me, and you can buy this Amazon. Okay. This is mine right here.
Joint tail, joint
Joint
gel.
gel. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So
Joint
is that
gel.
topical? Is it topical, or do you actually take a supplement?
Uh, this here, one scoop in an 8 ounce glass of juice or water, either one, every day will build up the cartilage and your bone.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes, that will do it, folks. Like I say, I'm not a store, but I do spend a lot of income on herb because, like I say, when you're 75 years old, honey, let me tell you something. You want to stand tall. You want to look good, like you're in
Mhm.
Hollywood. Okay.
That's
So what
right.
we what we saying to you is there's nothing in this world better than your health when it comes to the natural sense. Nothing.
Absolutely. And I'm a strong believer in that, God created herbs for us to be able to heal our body.
That's
Now,
right.
some of them might be kind of scarce. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I do believe that there is food, there's herbal. I
There you
lean
go.
more towards the holistic aspect of things. Now, I ain't gonna lie to kick it. Have I taken some of the more synthetic or man-made medicine? I have in my lifetime.
Hmm. Right.
But I can
Because
say as of late, I just keep everything pretty much
right.
holistic. Again, ask your doctors, right?
That's right.
You got to do what's going to complement your quality of life. I'm doing what complements mine. So for me, I like stuff without side effects. And I know of people
There
that
you
are
go.
on different like medications and stuff. And they're like, oh man, I'm taking something from my heart, but my arm feel like it's about to fall off. You feel me?
Yeah.
So for me personally, I don't want the side effects. I
No.
don't want to be
Mm-mm.
taking an aspirin and, although it's good for that, but then it messes up the lining of my stomach. I
It
want
do.
something that's going to complement how my body flows and me actually healing. Because now look, y'all, again, disclaimer, believe what you want to believe, right? But I personally believe that some of these medications and different things, my belief, I don't necessarily think that it's meant to heal us. I think that in some systems
No.
that you get called into. And I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. Please go to the
Right.
doctor. Please go,
Right.
go, 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 go. I can't speak for you. I'm just saying, me personally, there's some things that I kind of question. I think there's great processes both holistically and medically. There
Hmm.
are great
It is.
processes. Okay. There's great medicines out there. There
Yes,
are
it is.
great synthetic and holistic medicines. I'm just saying from my point of view. Okay, this is
Hmm.
my point of view for my life, but I don't know how I might be in 20 years, right? I might have I don't know, but I'm just saying
Right.
this for my quality of life. And we also have some stuff from our audience right here. Let's get into this. Um, Reese says, in my personal experience, intermittent fasting is crucial to rebuilding and maintaining great health. Absolutely. I fast all of the time.
Oh yeah, it is. It is nothing wrong with fasting. Okay, but the key to it is fasting don't prevent colon cancer. Fasting do not prevent prostate cancer.
Hmm.
Fact, these things. You talk about spiritual, and then
Hmm.
there's natural.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
spiritual sense going to keep you in the right direction,
Hmm.
so you can learn about the herb, because there's many people laying in the hospital today, spiritual life perfect,
Mhm, mhm,
but they have colon cancer. They've been fasting and all of this because they did not do what they need to do to prevent it.
mhm, mhm.
Fasting is great. You always fast because that way they'll keep the devil off you. one reason.
Yeah, because look, we talking about health in all aspects. I mean, we're
Yeah,
really focusing on
exactly
like
right.
the physical health, but
Right. We got the spiritual
health,
health, and we got the, there you go. We got
mental
the natural
health,
health. There you go.
physical health, and things like that. So yeah,
Right.
fasting,
So,
I
so
find
yeah,
a lot of
fasting is good for you. Okay, but you cannot uh, do without water too long. You can't do without food too long. So you got to watch what you eat. Okay. A lot of people they barbecue. I don't like barbecue. You know why? Because number one, when you throw that barbecue over that fire and
mhm,
that charcoal, it coming up to that meat, and you flip it over, the charcoal is coming up to that meat, which is going into that meat, and if you put it into your body, and guess what? It begins to clog the arteries. You didn't know that, did you?
it's
Think
so
about
so so let me ask you this. So you're saying the meat. So are you saying like pork per se, like Porky Pig and them?
it.
Because like the beef and the pork
Hamburgers, hot dog,
dogs.
uh, pork chop. Okay, anything that they do out there, do like that. I don't do it. Okay, when you put that stuff on that grill,
Mhm,
and you put and that fire with that charcoal coming up to it, just take a look at it. And
mhm.
if you can't see it with your eye, get you one of a microscope. I guarantee you see all that charcoal in that meat. Okay, so I'm not saying no barbecue. Okay, what I'm saying, if you're going to do it, okay, wrap it up in aluminum foil.
Mm, okay.
You see what I'm saying? That'll keep the charcoal from entering the meat itself, and it'll come out a whole lot better cooked.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
That is the truth, folks. So
Okay.
we're just saying to you that this one I don't do because I see a lot of people do, and I tell people when they get to looking at that, being like, "Dang man, I never thought about that. I never thought about eating all this charcoal." Yes, you are. You eating all the charcoal, and it
Mm,
will clog the arteries. So why it's so important to what's called what's called information is good to have because without it, hey, we lost. We really,
that's
really
true.
are.
That's
We
true.
total lost.
I think there's a
And another thing I want to say to you guys: how many of you guys work during the day and be tired and worn out, and man, and you grab this Red Bull or you grab this 5 hour stuff? Stay
mhm.
away from that stuff. Stay away from that stuff. Okay,
Do
stay
y'all
away
know
from
what's in Red Bull anyway?
that Red Bull. It's a multi-billion-dollar seller
Mhm, mhm,
because people don't know. But what they don't realize, Red Bull can have caused a lot of problem with people that just drink Red Bull all the time. So
mhm.
here, you want some energy that natural and don't have to worry about side effect. That's it. Proper
Proctor
Wild.
Wild. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You can get Amazon. You can buy this Amazon. This a bad mama's Amazon. Okay. And the reason I say this is because the stuff is good. Okay. I mean, when you take it, you begin to feel good. And now it's not crack cocaine, but it makes you feel similar to crack cocaine. Would it
Mhm,
feel good?
mhm.
So what we're saying to you out there, that body is made up of so many different parts, and you need to start taking care of those parts. Because one, that what's called it? I'm trying to think of this. Gee whiz. Sometimes there was, when God started blessing, never start messing. When one of your body parts mess up, the whole body mess up.
Mhm,
That's
mhm,
it. And you
mhm,
have to take care of yourself. Oh, please, because you want to live a healthy life. My grandmother just died last year. She was 104 years old. And her sister, yeah, before then, she was 108.
mhm,
And we just seen a lady on social media was 141. And guess what she used? The herbalist.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah,
mhm, mhm.
she been using the herbalist for years. 141 years old.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
It is amazing.
That's
I thought,
amazing. And there's a lady, I think it's I can't think of her name right now, but she is like in her 70s and she literally looks 30. Like
yeah,
she is a beautiful
yeah.
looking being.
Is
She's
this one?
beautiful, but
Is
she's
this
a
one got a sister? Let me
yeah,
see
I
your
think
own.
she's like a
Yeah,
raw vegan. She lives down in
yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
Um,
That's her.
and again,
Mm-hmm.
every lifestyle is different. I'm not
Yeah,
promoting that lifestyle. Let me put the disclaimer out there, but I will say that she said that she stopped eating meat in her 40s. She said, touching it, it just didn't feel
right,
right for her to eat it. And so she
right.
stopped eating in her 40s. And I'm telling you that this woman looks, I think it's Annette Larkins or something like that, but she looks absolutely stunning. So, you
Yes,
definitely,
you
I
do.
think what you put into your body,
It
you
is.
know,
It
physically makes
definitely is. I mean, me, I'm like 6'1", 195 pounds. Okay, with my age, and the doctor say, matter of fact, we have a physical every 6 months, their VA, and every time I go in there, the doctor say, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, you keep it up.
mhm.
That's it. I say, yeah, doc, I'm going to keep it up. And then I bring all these, I bring all these vitamins and nutrition. She said, oh my God, how do you do it? I say, I'm programmed to take care of my body.
Mhm.
Because I don't want nothing to happen. I don't want no cancer. I don't want no colon cancer, prostate cancer, skin cancer. Okay, I don't want none of that stuff. I don't want to have no heart attack.
Mhm. Mhm.
I took a EKG last month, and they said, "Wow, your heart is good."
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, and my blood is good. Now one thing that they did say, she said, she said now uh, on the what they call it, A1C.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, A1C was 5.9. She said, I want you to get it down to a 4. I said, when I come back in 3 months, it can be down to a 2.
I know that's right. I know
That's
that's
right. I told her I'm gonna be down to a 2, okay, because I don't want to go up no higher. And the reason why it went higher because what I was doing was I was taking uh, COPD.
right. Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's some
Mhm.
powerful stuff.
Are you
The
talking about
CO,
CQ10 or something?
Mm-mm. COPD. COPD. Hold on a
Mhm.
second here. Hold on a
Yeah,
second.
show me that because I'm thinking about the lung thing. So while Mr. Jackson is looking for that, I see that there are some comments here.
Mm-hmm.
I see we got a few comments. So is that
Well,
one of the remedies that you take? It's called COPD, not the lung condition.
no. Uh-uh.
Okay, because I went to the lung condition. I'm like COPD, Mr. Jackson. Okay,
That's it
so
right there.
COPD miracle. Okay, okay,
Yeah. That's a powerful herb. And I didn't
okay.
realize that thing was that powerful. I mean, I read the label and they say you take two. Okay. And my doctor said, well, what you need to do is uh, not lay off it, but take one tablet every 3 days.
Hmm.
So that's what I do. Because, yeah, that's a powerful stuff there. Okay. And what it does is it kind of raises my uh, AC. And so I got off of it and coming back down. And so, hey, but that's why it's so important to have a doctor. So you can go to and say, hey, doc, what's wrong now? And the doctor take that blood. So you see, right now, that blood is DNA. It tell you everything that's wrong with your body.
That's the truth. That's
Oh,
the truth.
and if you don't have a doctor, get one.
Hmm.
Now, I learned this because I talked to my VA doctor. I said, you know what? We put our life on the line for this country. But I've been in two different wars,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they don't give us the same medication that they give the president.
They couldn't. And you know what? Okay, so I've been to the VA a few times, right?
Uh huh.
My, anyway,
Right.
I've been to the VA, not for me personally, but for
Right.
someone else, and just all the visits that I've had, I'm like, why is there so many sick veterans? Or, and I be wondering, and I have friends that have served. Thank y'all for your service, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And just even they have talked about their experiences with getting medication and just the
Mm-hmm.
whole. So now they ain't doing y'all
No, the
like the
president.
presidents. Yeah, and they should because y'all putting
They
y'all
should.
y'all have served and put your life on the line. Some of it's like you should take veterans should be taken care of.
They should, but they just won't do it for whatever reason. Okay, because like I said, I've been over 30 years in the army, been in two different wars, and like I told my VA doctor, I've been there and done that. We should at least get the same medication that the president get. Okay, because we paying for it.
That's the
We
truth.
pay, we paying for his medication. That's it. That's what happens in society. So again, folks, I want to say to you guys and gals out there, take care of yourself. Okay, take care of yourself. And also, before the end of the show, I want to make a special announcement because
Hmm.
this is off the hook. I mean, this. Oh my goodness, folks. Let me tell you, say this. Okay, this special announcement, you're gonna love it. You are going to love this. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna have a backup with it Thursday night. It's gonna be proof. You know what I'm saying? The documentation better than conversation.
That's what they say. That's the
It
word on the street. That's the
is.
word on the street.
Yes,
But,
absolutely.
but they saying receipts now, Mr. Jackson. They
They
saying
are.
receipts. So you gotta say receipts.
Me, documentation better than conversation. That sounds a lot better, don't it?
It
Huh?
do. So
Yeah.
so so is this announcement about what we've been kind of talking about?
Yes, but it is
Let's do
hard.
this. Let's
Mhm.
do this before we end. Do you mind if we get it in? Because I got some comments. I'm gonna get to y'all. I promise. I'm looking at them at my peripheral, like I see y'all. So can we get a few comments in? I don't wanna. Dang, Lisa, you ain't even. You saw. I was on the show. I was
Yeah. Okay.
commenting. So let's
Okay.
get it. Let's get a couple of them right quick.
Okay.
All right. So.
First of all, folks, it's about the new ride share program just launched there in Miami,
Mhm,
March the
mhm,
1st. Okay. Now, listen to this. I want you to go to the website because I want you to see what they are talking about. Okay. Last week, they didn't have the information to put out there for you guys. So I
mhm,
want you to go to it's called Revo rideshare.com. REVO rideshare.com. Look at that information there. Look at the Zoom, okay? Look at the CEO and listen what he's talking about, okay? Then I want you listen to me, okay? The reason that this is so important here because you can sign up right now if you know anybody in Miami, Florida, okay, and you can start earning an income.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it don't cost anything to sign up. This is free. This is what I love about it. Like I say, I bring everything to the board. I bring everything to the TV, the radio. It's free. Everything is free. Why? Because most people have the money today. I mean, it's hard to pay rent these days for some people. Okay, so
Absolutely. So this is the information I shared last week about
yes,
the ride share. So this, I'm going to get that link from you as well, and we can
okay,
put it in the comments, even if it's after the show. I'll just put it on this thread so
good.
everybody will see it and they'll get alerted to it. Is that cool?
Okay, we're gonna have two websites. Okay, so I want you to put that in there. Okay, but I want you to go to this one right here, REVO Okay, and after the show, start looking at it. Okay, and then if you want to sign up, I get another website. She'll post that. Okay, so let's
Yeah,
get to these
we
questions.
can say the other website now, and then I'll put that in the comments as well,
Okay,
along with the different herbs and stuff.
okay, the other website, driveryouneeded.com. DriverYouNeed.com.
And they will
Drive.
need to
Mm-hmm.
driveryouneeded.com.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're going to sign up, you're going to need my email address.
I was about to say that. See,
Yeah,
telepathy. I knew that's where you were going.
yeah, SAM678760 at gmail.com. Again, that is Sam. SAM678760 at gmail.com. Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna put that in the comments.
Yes.
At the end of the show, I will put all this in the comments. Now,
Okay.
we do have some stuff
But the
from our
income you can earn is ridiculous. You got
yeah,
to
because
know.
basically you can earn, and all they take is $1 from what I remember.
Now, the drivers, okay, can drive and all they keep all the fares except for $1.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But the rider, okay, the rider, like you on the ride, you can earn an income by sharing your website. Every time that person uses your website, you get an income every time until that person die.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. I
So
mean,
I'm
just
gonna
think.
put that information in there. So
Yes,
let's
let's
see. So we
get
got
to these
Derek.
questions. Let's get to these questions
So Derek
before
says,
they.
"Good evening, y'all. I heard about the cures for cancer, AIDS, and more. We are used as guinea pigs for the goals of the elite." That's definitely something that I've heard out there. So that definitely can be true. I
Well,
mean,
it is true. It is true because if you don't know, you just don't know. That's
that's
number one. And if you do know, can you tap into it? That's another thing,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
So we, as many of us, as a whole, we are kept from getting the best.
Hmm.
We are kept from having the best. Okay, so it's up to us to save ourselves because the Callum's not coming, the president not coming, and nobody gonna save us but us. That's
That's
it.
real. That's real.
That's the
So,
blessing. Next question.
so Leah says, "What's your outlook on Mary Jane?"
She beautiful.
Mary Jane is legal.
She
I think Rick James made a song about it.
Yeah, we did. I think it's again it's up to the individual.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of like religion. Okay, what do you want to be? You want to be a Jehovah's Witness? You want to be a Baptist? You want to be a Pentecostal? What do you want to be? Okay, so I think it's up to an individual. All right, me, I got enough herbs.
But hey, listen, I get it. I get it. So Bishop Grinstead says, very good. Knowledge is empowerment.
It is. It
That's
definitely is. Because without it, what the Bible teaches us, our people perish because of lack of what? Knowledge.
knowledge.
That's
That's
it.
right. That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Absolutely. But you know what? What we have to do, folks, we have to have a vision of where we're going, how we're going to get there, and what we're going to do when we get there, and how we're going to stay there. We got to have a
Absolutely.
vision. But what good is a vision without faith? It's no good. You got to believe in that vision. But wait a minute now. What good? You got the vision, you got the faith, but what about the work? Because faith without work is dead.
That's
But
true.
hold on now. I got one more to add. You got the vision, you got the faith, you got the work. Now, how many of you out there got patience?
Patience
Because
is
without
very important.
it
Patience
is
is very important.
without patience, and none of it going to work. That's
That's
it. You got to have a vision, folks.
that
Show
is
up and
it.
show out. Can you post the item in the? Yes, she will.
Yes, Janice, we're gonna put that in the comments.
Absolutely.
So let's see here. Marie says, I totally agree, Mr. Jackson. Mind, body, and soul all correlate to total health. If one of the pillars of health is out of whack, it affects the others.
Yes, it
Absolutely.
do. It
Leah
do.
says, we definitely are what we consume. You are what you eat. And if you
Yes,
ain't
you
eating
are.
right, you're not thinking right.
Woo!
Not,
Yes, that's the
not.
truth.
Let's see here. All right. So the last comment, my grandfather, God rest his soul, always instilled in me, eat to live, don't live to eat. Absolutely. This is the motto
Absolutely.
I live by.
That's right.
Same, same,
That's
same,
right.
same. Absolutely. So let me ask you this, Mr. Jackson, because we're gonna have to get out of
I
here.
know. You got to
Are
have a
there,
2 hour show.
you know what? You have talked, and you're not the only one. Like people, like my counsel, as I like to call them,
Uh-huh.
they have even said that as well. So we working, and you and I have talked about some things.
Yes,
So we're gonna have to
absolutely.
make that happen. But
Definitely.
so I'm gonna get that information from you, and I'll just type it in the chat after the show. I'll just go ahead and get the
Okay.
information from you. I'll type it
Okay.
in the chat at the end, and so that people can have it. And
Okay.
we'll continue to promote the Revo, the rideshare stuff, and all of that. So
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this spiel and get out of here. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for listening. Y'all know who y'all are. You know what? Let me shout my mama out because Miss Jackson, I gotta
Woo,
shout
yeah.
her out. Okay.
You got to.
Listen, mommy, thank you so much for listening. Aunt Anna, thank you ever so much. Bishop Grinstead, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking time out to watch me. Cousin Leah, everybody, Maurice, Genesis, Malik, Derek, everybody. Look, I try to mention the names when I can, right? I really appreciate you all. And again, if you have not followed, like, joined Relationship Soup, please make sure you're doing that. Relationship Soup Group, Facebook, Relationship LLC, Facebook. And then on YouTube is Relationship Soup, period. Okay?
Yes.
Relationship Soup, period. Make sure that you are joining, liking, share this stuff. Give us some hearts, give us some love, right? So we can get this information
Hmm.
out there because the more you interact and all that stuff, and if you want to send some stars, like I said last week, if y'all want to send a sister some stars, y'all can do that too. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this show and get out of here. I love y'all. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Keep your quality of life at the forefront always. We love you. And we have another dynamic show next week. Have a fantastic rest of your week.
Thank you, guys, for listening.